Hello everyone. You have started watching Vaниnomics and myself Dr. Gaurav Kumar Vani. Today we are going to talk about what is constraint in a linear programming problem. Let's begin. So constraint are mathematical equalities and inequalities. As you can see here, x1 less than equal to 6 is an inequality while x1 plus x2 equal to 20 is an equality. Both are constraint. These places limits on the level of decision variables directly. So if you see x1 less than equal to 6, so here the maximum value that x1 can take is 6. So the constraint is placing a limit on the decision variable x1's value. Objective function indirectly. So if there is some objective function, let's say 4x1 plus 5x2, then the if values of decision variables are constrained by the constraint, then obviously the objective function is indirectly constrained in its values. Then in LP, constraint must be linear in nature because the definition of linear programming itself says that both the constraint as well as objective function must be linear in nature. So this is by definition. If you want more clarity on what is linear programming, you can see our video also. So 4x1 minus 5x2 greater than equal to 10. So this is a linear constraint. We'll have a separate video on what is linear in linear programming. The RHS of the constraint must always be positive. So here we can see if suppose there is a constraint 4x1 minus 5x2 greater than equal to minus 12. So here the right hand side, that is minus 12. So here minus sign is associated with the right hand side. Then multiply on both the sides by minus 1. So if you multiply, then plus 4 will become minus 4, minus 5 will become plus 5, then minus 12 will become plus 12. You must also remember to change the direction of inequality from greater than equal to less than equal to. Then constraint inequality can be relaxed or converted to equality. Slack and surplus variables are used for this purpose. Usually they are denoted by English capital letter S and also provided with subscript S1, S2, S3 for the equations. Slack variables are also used for um, less than equal to inequality. Surplus variables are used for greater than equal to inequality. We'll have separate video on slack and surplus variable differences. We have talked about them in variables in linear programming in detail. Then slack variables are used for less than equal to inequality, x1 equal to less than equal to 6. Then to convert these, we can write x1 plus s1. Here s1 is our slack variable which is added to make this equality. So remember, slack variables are always added while surplus variables are always subtracted from left hand side. Do not forget to write left hand side. So slack and surplus variables are always on the left hand side of the constraint. We will not put any decision variable including slack and surplus variable on right hand side of the constraint. Surplus variables are used for greater than equal to inequality. So 4x1 minus 5x2 greater than equal to 12 is a constraint. To constraint with greater than equal to inequality. To convert it into equality, we'll put one surplus variable and we'll subtract it from left hand side of the constraint, not from the right hand side. And we have put s2 instead of s because we have to differentiate it from the earlier slack variable used in the previous constraint where it was s1, so we have put s2 here. Now is the time to test your understanding, which is what you expect to be there. So question number 1, which of the following places limits on values of decision variables and objective function? Here are your four options: decision variable, constraint, objective function and solution. So I'm waiting for your right answer, and the right answer is constraint. So constraint places limits on values of decision variable as well as objective function. Then the next question, in LP mathematical equalities and inequalities are used to construct which of the following? Then your four options are constraints, objective function, decision variables, and none. I'm waiting for you. And the right answer is constraint. Then next question. Slack variables are used to convert dash inequality to equality. And the four options are these. And the right answer is less than equal to. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe this video.